Some places give you goosebumps, others make you feel like something is watching you. Tonight we're going to explore 5 of the scariest places on Earth you've probably never heard of. These aren't tourist traps. These are real, dangerous, and very, very haunted. Oh, and before we start, hit subscribe, because if you ever find yourself in one of these places, I want you to at least know what's breathing down your neck. When Chernobyl's reactor exploded in 1986, the first firefighters rushed to the scene without any idea of the danger. They carried radioactive debris with their bare hands and were taken to Pripyat hospital. The gear they wore that night, melted helmets, scorched boots, is still in the hospital's basement. But here's the nightmare. The radiation levels down there are so high, a single minute can give you a dangerous dose. Explorers say they've heard faint coughing in the dark and footsteps following them even when they were alone. Some don't believe it's ghosts, but the memory of those who died trying to save a doomed city. March 11th, 2011. An earthquake, a tsunami, and then the Fukushima nuclear disaster. The 12-mile exclusion zone became a ghost town overnight. Supermarkets still have food on the shelves. Hospitals still have wheelchairs in the halls. Cars still sit in traffic, rusted where they stalled 14 years ago. But it's not just radiation that keeps people away. Locals who've broken in say it feels like time watches you here. They've seen shadows slip around corners and heard the sound of running feet, even though the streets are dead silent. And when you're walking past an empty playground with swings moving in the wind, you remember, the wind isn't supposed to be this still. 9 miles off the coast of Nagasaki lies Hashima, once home to thousands of coal miners, now a crumbling fortress in the sea. When the mine shut down in the 1970s, residents fled, leaving furniture, clothes, and personal belongings behind. But the creepiest part? During World War II, forced laborers, some just teenagers, were brought here under brutal, inhuman conditions. Many died on the island and were never returned home. Storms batter the place constantly, but visitors say you can still hear voices carried by the wind. Voices speaking languages no longer heard in these halls. And sometimes on still nights, the waves seem quieter, almost like the island is listening. If there's one place on Earth where walls could talk, it's here. This abandoned asylum looks like it was evacuated mid-shift. Medical charts still on desks, syringes scattered on the floor, and in the basement, a morgue. Explorers report temperature drops of 10 degrees the moment they step inside. Doors slam on their own, and one YouTuber's footage caught something horrifying. A figure standing at the end of the hallway, motionless, before vanishing on camera. You can tell yourself it was a trick of the light, but that's a lot harder to believe when you're standing in a room full of unclaimed body drawers, and one of them is slightly open. Deep in the Scottish woods lies a place few talk about. An entire village abandoned in a hurry. Beds are still made, plates still on tables, photos still on walls. There's a chapel with hymn books open as if the service just stopped. Rumors say it belonged to a religious sect that vanished overnight. No police reports, no official records, just an entire community gone, leaving everything behind. Explorers say it's unsettling because it doesn't feel like ruins. It feels like the owners just stepped out for a moment, only they never came back. And when you're standing in a bedroom that's been untouched for decades, hearing faint footsteps upstairs, you realize maybe they never really left. These places aren't just abandoned, They're frozen in fear, echoing with moments that refuse to die. So which one would you dare to explore? And more importantly, would you make it back out? Like, subscribe, and stay tuned.